What's up? It's Dr. Dupé, episode 58, Coding While Black. It's July 24th, beautiful Saturday here in the Pacific Northwest. I'm getting ready to go visit my family in Texas, so I decided to jump on real quick and give a little bit of information that I haven't posted in about a week. Trying to do this more frequently as I continue to come across things I want to share and let folks help folks move along this path as they navigate careers in software development as African Americans and other minorities, other so-called minorities, I'll say underrepresented groups. But so I want to talk about the article I saw here recently, and it's been out before too, and I'm sure I've talked about this a little bit before, but I wanted to emphasize a point, which is the article came out, I think it was in Forbes a couple of weeks ago, and it was highlighting several companies that are stating that they're dropping the requirement for folks to have degrees in order to gain employment at the company. And what I want to say to you is, as black people, get your degree. Point blank, period. Get your degree. Degree doesn't mean you walk in and get the job, because they still want you to be able to, they want to be able to vet your knowledge. They want to put you through hoops in a technical interview. They want to ask you a bunch of questions. But even getting the interview without a degree, I doubt it. Could be wrong. Just giving you my opinion and my advice. Yes, I've known people over the years in my career who worked in, I don't want to say worked in tech, I don't want to say IT. I'm talking about software developers. Whatever other phrase you want to use, software engineers, programmers, coders. Yes, I've worked with some people like that who didn't have degrees. Not that many of them, none of them black. And people would say, well, that's because you worked in an era where they didn't change, they had that requirement. Yeah, absolutely, sure, no problem. The other thing I'll say about that is, where are you supposed to get this skill from if you don't have a degree? Where are you supposed to learn this knowledge that they expect you to have without getting the degree? I suppose that's going to be on a job that already hired you without you having a degree. Could be a boot camp, could be a certification, what have you. Those are very lightweight learning scenarios, right? When you get a degree in computer science, you spend 4 years learning about computer science. It's very different. I've worked with people who had career switched and didn't have degrees in computer science. They lacked very basic knowledge. And that would display itself and illustrate itself on many occasions that we work to solve problems, because they didn't understand some of the basics. Not saying there's anything wrong with getting a certification or going to a boot camp or any of that stuff. All I'm saying is, don't read into this article or into this situation as if you're going to show up with some experience and no degree and walk right in and get a job, especially if you're black. And in fact, I asked this question when I was conducting my research. I asked the question, what's the best route to go for African Americans who want to become software developers? And most folks that I surveyed, probably 80% of them, I don't remember exactly, I have to check my paper, they said, for us, get a degree. For us, meaning black people. Yeah, I've worked with people who have no degrees. I've worked with people who have got bachelors of arts degrees in East Asian studies. I've worked with people who have degrees in English, and they outrank me in tech, or they're in a senior position. And I got a bachelor's degree in computer science, a master's degree in ed tech, and a PhD in ed tech. So I recall one time, I'm not gonna say the company's name, but I was in an interview and I had gone through the process and I was doing fine. And then they brought in this person who's supposed to be the special, I forgot what they called him. This guy comes in, he's gonna really make or break the case. And he walks up to me and he's in an interview and he says, so you have no experience in cloud computing? I said, no. What makes you think you can do this job in cloud computing? I said, it's computers, right? What y'all doing here is computers. He was like, yeah. I'm like, but that's what makes me think that. I've been working with computers for 25 years, and I got a computer science degree, a Bachelor of Science degree. I know y'all got fancy names for what y'all calling this stuff, but when we remove all of that, it's computers, and that's what I know, okay? Meanwhile, I get the job, show up, damn near nobody in the room around me even has a degree in computer science. But they're working that fine. So people have already proved that. So what you asking me that question? Why are you asking me that question? On top of having the degree. So again, I wouldn't pay that any mind. Sure, interview, see what's going on in terms of, do you get these opportunities? But I would not recommend that. And the other thing about it is, every time we talk about underrepresentation in tech of black people, and that's what I'm sticking to, other folks are also underrepresented. But every job I've been on, I've seen a Mexican, a Latin American person, a Hispanic person. I've seen women, right? What I've never seen is black men, particularly African American people. And I'm not talking about in the tech department. I'm not talking about working at the tech company. I'm talking about doing technical work. I'm not talking about marketing. I'm talking about the people building the software. So when you go to these conferences and you see black people, or you're at some event and everybody's talking about, look at all the black people, count the software developers is what I'm talking about. That's what this channel is all about. Okay? So degrees, when we talk about that stuff, we talk about underrepresentation, we always say, oh, this nonprofit is helping to bridge the gap by teaching JavaScript programming, or whatever the case may be, or this boot camp, or this program. As if the reason that we don't have any African Americans in software development is because there's a shortage of places to go and learn software development. That's never the problem, right? It's called college. People say, oh, colleges are for everyone, or college opportunities. I mean, if you're coming out of the hood and you get good grades in high school, there's opportunity there for you to go to college. And go to college and learn computer science. That's going to be the best way to position yourself to get an opportunity as a software developer and keep an opportunity in software development. But what you need to be focusing on in these nonprofits and what have you, which is what I'm getting ready to start doing, is not how to teach technical skills to African American people. It's how to teach them to deal with the trauma they will endure or possibly come across once they start in their career. How do you maintain your sanity? I've done it. Others have done it. That's the conversation. Okay? So anyway, I don't want to get off point too much, but no degree required. Yeah, probably for others, for some more than others. Don't want to say it doesn't apply to us, but I've never gone into an interview and not had to extra prove myself, even though I already have degrees, experience, and certifications. It's almost like they don't mean anything. Okay? So I can't imagine getting an opportunity without those things. So if you can get a college degree, if you have an opportunity to get a college degree, don't read this article or hear this noise coming out of the news outlets about degrees no longer being required and decide to skip that opportunity. Get your degree in computer science. Get your degree, okay, computer or information systems or whatever they call it these days. In '86 when I got mine, it was computer science. That's it for today. I'll see y'all when I get to Texas. I hope this helps you with something that you're thinking about, or questions that you may have about if you've seen that article and wondering about it. It's your boy, Dr. Kai Dupé, Coding While Black, episode 58. Peace.